Welcome to the Sleepy Scoreboard. Tonight, we take a gentle walk through every Super Bowl in history. From the very first championship in 1967 to today, each year tells a quiet story of perseverance, teamwork, and moments that shaped football forever. There will be no shouting, no last-second drama, just soft storytelling, slow stats, and warm memories, season by season. So dim the lights, take a breath, and let's begin with Super Bowl I. Super Bowl I, 1967. Winner, Green Bay Packers. Defeated, Kansas City Chiefs. Score, 35-10. MVP, Bart Starr. The very first Super Bowl didn't even have the name Super Bowl yet. It was simply the AFL-NFL World Championship game. Played in Los Angeles, it was only half full, but the Packers were more than ready. Bart Starr, calm and efficient, led the Packers to a convincing win. Vince Lombardi's team set the tone, organized, strong, and poised. Super Bowl II, 1968. Winner, Green Bay Packers. Defeated, Oakland Raiders. Score, 33-14. MVP, Bart Starr. A repeat performance for the Packers. In what would be Vince Lombardi's last game as Green Bay's coach, they once again controlled the field. Starr was named MVP again, and the Packers quietly exited the 1960s as champions of structure and discipline. Super Bowl III, 1969. Winner, New York Jets. Defeated, Baltimore Colts. Score, 16-7. MVP, Joe Namath. Joe Namath guaranteed a win and then calmly delivered. With confidence and precision, the Jets upset the Colts in a game that gave the AFL legitimacy. Namath didn't throw a touchdown, but he managed the game masterfully, changing football history forever. Super Bowl IV, 1970. Winner, Kansas City Chiefs. Defeated, Minnesota Vikings. Score, 23-7. MVP, Len Dawson. The Chiefs dominated quietly. Len Dawson passed smoothly, and the Kansas City defense made their presence felt. It was the last Super Bowl before the full merger of the AFL and NFL. The Chiefs left the old league with pride. Super Bowl V, 1971. Winner, Baltimore Colts. Defeated, Dallas Cowboys. Score, 16-13. MVP, Chuck Howley, Cowboys. This was a sloppy game, 7 turnovers by the Colts and 5 by Dallas. Oddly, the MVP came from the losing team, linebacker Chuck Howley. But in the end, a late field goal secured Baltimore's quiet redemption from their Super Bowl III loss. Super Bowl VI, 1972. Winner, Dallas Cowboys. Defeated, Miami Dolphins. Score, 24-3. MVP, Roger Staubach. Roger Staubach was elegant, precise, and in control. The Cowboys won their first Super Bowl, and Tom Landry's leadership finally paid off. Their defense smothered Miami, holding them to just a field goal. The Cowboys were no longer next year's team. Super Bowl VII, 1973. Winner, Miami Dolphins. Defeated Washington. Score, 14-7. MVP, Jake Scott. Perfection. The Dolphins completed a 17-0 season, the only perfect campaign in NFL history. Their defense was quiet and calculating, led by safety Jake Scott. Larry Sonka powered the run game, a soft, methodical performance that ended in immortality. Super Bowl VIII, 1974. Winner, Miami Dolphins. Defeated, Minnesota Vikings. Score, 24-7. MVP, Larry Sonka. Sonka ran with deliberate power, 145 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Dolphins were a machine, calm, efficient, no wasted motion. They controlled the clock and silenced the Vikings. back-to-back titles, a gentle reign. Super Bowl IX, 1975. Winner, Pittsburgh Steelers, defeated Minnesota Vikings. Score, 16-6. MVP, Franco Harris. The Steelers began their dynasty with a defensive clinic. Franco Harris carried the ball 34 times for 158 yards. The Steel Curtain defense was impenetrable. The Vikings managed just 119 total yards. The dynasty had a slow, strong start. Super Bowl X, 1976. Winner, Pittsburgh Steelers, defeated Dallas Cowboys. Score, 21-17. MVP, Lynn Swann. Lynn Swann danced in the air, 4 catches for 161 yards. His ballet-like movements earned MVP. Bradshaw was tough. The Steelers came from behind. Dallas nearly had them, but Pittsburgh finished strong. 2 in a row, the curtain was rising. Super Bowl XI, 1977. Winner, Oakland Raiders, defeated Minnesota Vikings. Score, 32-14. MVP, Fred Biletnikoff. The Raiders' only Super Bowl under coach John Madden. Fred Biletnikoff's quiet excellence led the way. Ken Stabler ran the offense like a conductor. Minnesota once again came up short. Oakland's silver and black had their moment. Super Bowl XII, 1978. Winner, Dallas Cowboys, defeated Denver Broncos. Score, 27-10. MVPs, Harvey Martin and Randy White. The Cowboys' defense was everywhere. The MVP was split between 2 defensive linemen, unheard of. Denver's offense never found rhythm. Roger Staubach led a steady offense. Dallas became the first team to win Super Bowls with 2 different quarterbacks. Super Bowl XIII, 1979. Winner, Pittsburgh Steelers, defeated Dallas Cowboys. Score, 35-31. MVP, Terry Bradshaw. Bradshaw threw for 318 yards and 4 touchdowns, a high-scoring battle between Titans. Swann and Stallworth were unstoppable. Dallas fought hard, but Pittsburgh had the final answer. 3 titles in 5 years. The dynasty marched on. Super Bowl XIV, 1980. Winner, Pittsburgh Steelers, defeated Los Angeles Rams. Score, 31-19. MVP, Terry Bradshaw. The Rams led entering the 4th quarter, but the Steelers, poised and unshaken, closed the game with confidence. Bradshaw connected with Swann and Stallworth again. 4 titles in 6 years. A calm, unshakable dynasty cemented. Super Bowl XV, 1981. Winner, Oakland Raiders, defeated Philadelphia Eagles. Score, 27-10. MVP, Jim Plunkett. Jim Plunkett's comeback story was quiet and inspiring. Released, doubted, benched, and now a champion. He threw for 261 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Raiders became the first wildcard team to win it all. Super Bowl XVI, 1982. Winner, San Francisco 49ers, defeated Cincinnati Bengals. Score, 26-21. MVP, Joe Montana. Joe Montana's rise began here. Cool under pressure, efficient in the red zone. The 49ers defense held the Bengals at the goal line twice. A quiet birth of a dynasty. Super Bowl XVII, 1983. Winner, Washington, defeated Miami Dolphins. Score, 27-17. MVP, John Riggins. Riggins ran for 166 yards, 1 run. His 43-yard touchdown on 4th and 1 broke the game open. Power football, old school grit, a steady march to victory. Super Bowl XVIII, 1984. Winner, Los Angeles Raiders, defeated Washington. Score, 38-9. MVP, Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen's 74-yard touchdown run was graceful and iconic. He reversed field, then sliced through defenders like water. 191 rushing yards. The Raiders dominated in every phase. Super Bowl 19, 1985. Winner, San Francisco 49ers. Defeated, Miami Dolphins. Score 38-16. MVP, Joe Montana. Two legends met, Montana and Marino, but only one stayed cool. Montana passed, ran, and controlled the game. Bill Walsh's system flowed like jazz. The 49ers were evolving into something special. Super Bowl 20, 1986. Winner, Chicago Bears. Defeated, New England Patriots. Score, 46-10. MVP, Richard Dent. The 85 Bears. Iconic, chaotic, dominant, but tonight, softly remembered. The defense was a storm, but under the surface was precise planning and talent everywhere. Dent led the way, and yes, even the fridge scored. Super Bowl 21, 1987. Winner, New York Giants. Defeated, Denver Broncos. Score, 39-20. MVP, Phil Simms. Phil Simms was nearly perfect, 22 of 25 passes. The Giants started slow, but finished with calm command. Coach Bill Parcells brought toughness. Lawrence Taylor brought fear. But tonight was Simms's night, quiet and steady. Super Bowl 22, 1988. Winner, Washington. Defeated, Denver Broncos. Score, 42-10. MVP, Doug Williams. Doug Williams made history, first black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. After falling behind 10-0, he exploded for 35 points in one quarter. Calm, focused, a moment forever etched in quiet strength and grace. Super Bowl 23, 1989. Winner, San Francisco 49ers. Defeated, Cincinnati Bengals. Score, 20-16. MVP, Jerry Rice, one of the most iconic finishes. Down by 3, Joe Montana calmly said, "Hey, isn't that John Candy?" Then marched the 49ers 92 yards. Jerry Rice had 11 catches. John Taylor caught the winning score, coolness personified. Super Bowl 24, 1990. Winner, San Francisco 49ers. Defeated, Denver Broncos. Score 55-10. MVP, Joe Montana. Total domination. Montana threw 5 touchdowns. The Broncos never had a chance. It was the largest margin of victory in Super Bowl history. A masterpiece of motion, timing, and complete control. Super Bowl 25, 1991. Winner, New York Giants. Defeated, Buffalo Bills. Score, 20-19. MVP, Otis Anderson. It came down to one quiet moment, a missed field goal by Buffalo's Scott Norwood, wide right. The Giants had played keep away all game. Parcells' plan worked. Grit, not flash, won the day. Super Bowl 26, 1992. Winner, Washington. Defeated, Buffalo Bills. Score, 37-24. MVP, Mark Rypien. Washington scored 24 unanswered points. Rypien threw for nearly 300 yards. The Bills fought back, but the hole was too deep. Joe Gibbs claimed his third Super Bowl with a third different quarterback. Super Bowl 27, 1993. Winner, Dallas Cowboys. Defeated, Buffalo Bills. Score, 52-17. MVP, Troy Aikman. Aikman was precise, 4 touchdowns. Emmitt Smith ran strong. Michael Irvin made plays. Dallas forced 9 turnovers. The Bills made their 3rd straight Super Bowl and their 3rd straight loss. Super Bowl 28, 1994. Winner, Dallas Cowboys. Defeated, Buffalo Bills. Score, 30-13. MVP, Emmitt Smith. Again, the Cowboys and Bills. This time, the game was tied at halftime. But Emmitt Smith took over, 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. Buffalo lost its 4th in a row. Dallas repeated. Super Bowl 29, 1995. Winner, San Francisco 49ers. Defeated, San Diego Chargers. Score, 49-26. MVP, Steve Young. Steve Young stepped out of Joe Montana's shadow, 6 touchdown passes, a Super Bowl record. Jerry Rice caught 3. The 49ers became the first team with 5 titles, precision and poise. Super Bowl 30, 1996. Winner, Dallas Cowboys. Defeated, Pittsburgh Steelers. Score, 27-17. MVP, Larry Brown. Larry Brown intercepted 2 passes and returned them for big gains. Troy Aikman was solid. Emmitt Smith scored twice. The Cowboys earned their 3rd title in 4 years. Super Bowl 31, 1997. Winner, Green Bay Packers. Defeated, New England Patriots. Score, 35-21. MVP, Desmond Howard. The Packers returned to glory. Brett Favre threw for 2 scores and ran for 1. But it was Desmond Howard's 99-yard kickoff return that sealed the game. Lambeau Pride reborn. Super Bowl 32, 1998. Winner, Denver Broncos. Defeated, Green Bay Packers. Score, 31-24. MVP, Terrell Davis. John Elway finally got his ring. Davis ran for 157 yards despite a migraine. The Broncos broke the NFC's 13-year win streak. It was emotional, earned, quietly legendary. Super Bowl 33, 1999. Winner, Denver Broncos. Defeated, Atlanta Falcons. Score, 34-19. MVP, John Elway. Elway went out on top. He threw for over 300 yards and ran for a score. The Broncos won back-to-back. A final calm goodbye for one of football's greats. Super Bowl 34, 2000. Winner, St. Louis Rams. Defeated, Tennessee Titans. Score, 23-16. MVP, Kurt Warner. The greatest show on turf. Kurt Warner threw for 414 yards. But the ending was pure drama. The Titans came up just 1 yard short. A quiet explosion of relief for St. Louis. Super Bowl 35, 2001. Winner, Baltimore Ravens. Defeated, New York Giants. Score, 34-7. MVP, Ray Lewis. The Ravens' defense was overwhelming. They allowed just 152 total yards. The Giants never stood a chance. Lewis led with fierce focus, but the victory was measured, never showy. Super Bowl 36, 2002. Winner, New England Patriots. Defeated, St. Louis Rams. Score, 20-17. MVP, Tom Brady. A legend was born. Tom Brady, in his first season as starter, led the game-winning drive with 1:21 left. Adam Vinatieri's field goal split the uprights. A dynasty began, quiet, efficient, and unstoppable. Super Bowl 37, 2003. Winner, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Defeated, Oakland Raiders. Score, 48-21. MVP, Dexter Jackson. John Gruden's team dismantled his former team. Tampa Bay's defense scored 3 touchdowns. Dexter Jackson had 2 interceptions. The Bucs' only title, forged from planning and pressure. Super Bowl 38, 2004. Winner, New England Patriots. Defeated, Carolina Panthers. Score, 32-29. MVP, Tom Brady. One of the most exciting Super Bowls ever, but tonight, it's told gently. Brady threw for 354 yards. The game was tied with seconds left. Again, Vinatieri was the hero, a soft heartbeat of a dynasty. Super Bowl 39, 2005. Winner, New England Patriots. Defeated, Philadelphia Eagles. Score, 24-21. MVP, Deion Branch. The Patriots became a true dynasty. 3 titles in 4 years. Deion Branch caught 11 passes. The game was close. Philadelphia ran out of time. New England didn't. Calm, composed, efficient. Super Bowl 40, 2006. Winner, Pittsburgh Steelers. Defeated, Seattle Seahawks. Score 21-10. MVP, Hines Ward. The Steelers tied the 49ers and Cowboys with 5 titles. Jerome Bettis won in his hometown Detroit. Hines Ward's 123 receiving yards and a touchdown earned MVP. It was quiet redemption. Super Bowl 41, 2007. Winner, Indianapolis Colts. Defeated, Chicago Bears. Score 29-17. MVP, Peyton Manning. The rain fell softly in Miami. Devin Hester returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown, but Peyton Manning stayed calm. The Colts leaned on the run and let their defense settle the game. It was Tony Dungy's quiet triumph. Steady. Historic. Super Bowl 42, 2008. Winner, New York Giants. Defeated, New England Patriots. Score 17-14. MVP, Eli Manning. The Patriots were 18-0, but the Giants, unshaken, pressured Brady all night. Eli Manning escaped a sack and launched the helmet catch to David Tyree. A final touchdown to Plaxico Burress ended perfection. Quiet disbelief, calm chaos. A soft upset for the ages. Super Bowl 43, 2009. Winner, Pittsburgh Steelers. Defeated, Arizona Cardinals. Score 27-23. MVP, Santonio Holmes. A wild fourth quarter ended with one of the greatest catches ever. Santonio Holmes tapped both toes in the back corner of the end zone. Ben Roethlisberger's pass was perfect. The Steelers had 6 titles, more than anyone. Super Bowl 44, 2010. Winner, New Orleans Saints. Defeated, Indianapolis Colts. Score 31-17. MVP, Drew Brees. The Saints brought joy back to New Orleans. Brees tied the Super Bowl record with 32 completions. Tracy Porter's interception sealed the game, a calm celebration for a city that had endured so much. Super Bowl 45, 2011. Winner, Green Bay Packers. Defeated, Pittsburgh Steelers. Score 31-25. MVP, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was sharp and calm, throwing 3 touchdowns. The Packers' defense forced 3 turnovers. Rodgers joined the list of Green Bay greats with a soft confidence that echoed Bart Starr and Brett Favre before him. Super Bowl 46, 2012. Winner, New York Giants. Defeated, New England Patriots. Score 21-17. MVP, Eli Manning. Once again, the Giants toppled the Patriots. Eli Manning was poised, completing clutch throws, including a beautiful sideline pass to Mario Manningham. The Giants played calmly until the final seconds. 2 rings for Eli, 2 heartbreaks for New England. Super Bowl 47, 2013. Winner, Baltimore Ravens. Defeated, San Francisco 49ers. Score 34-31. MVP, Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco threw 3 touchdowns. A stadium blackout delayed the game, but the Ravens kept their edge. Ray Lewis retired as a champion. The Harbaugh brothers coached against each other, but John had the final word. Super Bowl 48, 2014. Winner, Seattle Seahawks. Defeated, Denver Broncos. Score 43-8. MVP, Malcolm Smith. The Seahawks' defense was suffocating. The Legion of Boom swarmed. On the game's first play, Denver snapped the ball over Peyton Manning's head. From there, Seattle coasted, calm, focused, dominant. Super Bowl 49, 2015. Winner, New England Patriots. Defeated, Seattle Seahawks. Score, 28-24. MVP, Tom Brady. A game of inches. Tom Brady threw 4 touchdowns, but it was Malcolm Butler's interception at the goal line that sealed it. New England's 4th Super Bowl, soft disbelief, a dynasty reborn. Super Bowl 50, 2016. Winner, Denver Broncos. Defeated, Carolina Panthers. Score, 24-10. MVP, Von Miller. Defense ruled. Von Miller forced 2 fumbles. Peyton Manning didn't need to be perfect. He just needed to manage. In his final game, he rode into retirement a champion. Calm closure to a legendary career. Super Bowl 51, 2017. Winner, New England Patriots. Defeated, Atlanta Falcons. Score, 34-28, overtime. MVP, Tom Brady. The largest comeback in Super Bowl history. Down 28-3, the Patriots never panicked. Brady passed for 466 yards. James White scored the game winner in overtime. A quiet storm. Relentless. Inevitable. Super Bowl 52, 2018. Winner, Philadelphia Eagles. Defeated, New England Patriots. Score, 41-33. MVP, Nick Foles. The backup quarterback delivered. Nick Foles caught a touchdown in the Philly special. The Eagles scored on nearly every drive. A city that had waited forever finally exhaled. Gently unforgettable. Super Bowl 53, 2019. Winner, New England Patriots. Defeated, Los Angeles Rams. Score, 13-3. MVP, Julian Edelman. A defensive struggle. The lowest scoring Super Bowl ever. Julian Edelman's 141 yards were the difference. Brady won his 6th ring. A slow burn. A quiet masterclass in patience and planning. Super Bowl 54, 2020. Winner, Kansas City Chiefs. Defeated, San Francisco 49ers. Score, 31-20. MVP, Patrick Mahomes. Down 10 in the 4th quarter, Mahomes flipped the switch, 3 straight scoring drives. The Chiefs scored 21 unanswered, their first title in 50 years. A new calm king crowned. Super Bowl 55, 2021. Winner, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Defeated, Kansas City Chiefs. Score, 31-9. MVP, Tom Brady. Brady, at 43, won his 7th Super Bowl, more than any franchise. The Bucs' defense harassed Mahomes all night. It was methodical, commanding, a quiet silencing of a rising dynasty. Super Bowl 56, 2022. Winner, Los Angeles Rams. Defeated, Cincinnati Bengals. Score, 23-20. MVP, Cooper Kupp. Kupp caught the game-winning touchdown with 1 minute 25 seconds left. Aaron Donald sealed the win with a final pressure. The Rams, calm under pressure, delivered in their home stadium. A peaceful return to LA glory. Super Bowl 57, 2023. Winner, Kansas City Chiefs. Defeated, Philadelphia Eagles. Score, 38-35. MVP, Patrick Mahomes. A back-and-forth classic. Mahomes led the Chiefs with a high ankle sprain, scoring on every second-half drive. A final-minute field goal gave Kansas City the edge. Resilient, balanced, quiet brilliance. Super Bowl 58, 2024. Winner, Kansas City Chiefs. Defeated, San Francisco 49ers. Score, 25-22, overtime. MVP, Patrick Mahomes. The first Super Bowl decided in the new overtime rules. Mahomes, as calm as ever, led a game-winning drive to close out the 49ers. A 3rd title in 5 years. A dynasty in real time, soft-spoken, swift and steady. Super Bowl 59, 2025. Winner, Philadelphia Eagles defeated Kansas City Chiefs. Score 40-22. MVP, Jalen Hurts. The Eagles dominated Super Bowl 59. Jalen Hurts shined with 3 total touchdowns, while the defense forced 3 turnovers. Rookie Cooper DeJean scored on a pick 6, sealing Philadelphia's second Super Bowl title in commanding fashion. And so ends our journey. Every Super Bowl softly told. From Star to Mahomes, from Lombardi's power sweep to the Philly special. Some games dazzled, some grounded, but all carried stories worth whispering into the night. Let your thoughts drift like falling confetti. You are safe. You are still. The game has ended. Sleep well from the sleepy scoreboard.